Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to complete questions 11 to 15 on January 2019 paper 2H. So we'll look at question number 11 first, which says today 20 students took a science test and a maths test. Both tests were marked out of 50 and the table gives results about the test. For science, the median was 27 and interquartile range was 18. Maths has got median of 24.5 and interquartile range is 11. Use this information to compare the science test results with the maths test results. Write down two comparison. So in the first, I'm going to compare the median. So we can see the median for science is higher than the median for maths. We can say median, which is kind of an average for science, is higher than the median for maths. So average is higher for science. However, you can see the interquartile range for science is more spread out. So science results were more varied or spread out than maths. Maths results were more consistent. Okay, so at the end I would like to say that in comparing these two marks, even maths was lower. The average for maths were lower than the average for science, but the math results were more consistent than science. Okay, now comes the calculation question, algebra question, where we are going to try and get as many marks as possible, because these type of questions carry most of the marks in an exam paper, and if you can solve one of these, it will build a good foundation for your grades. So n to the power of 0, we know anything to the power of 0 is 1. 3x squared y to the power of 5 to the power of 3. I'll just make it a little bit bigger so everyone can see it better. Okay, so I'm going to write down, see, this power will be multiplied by every single term inside the bracket. So 3 cubed x to the power of 6, y to the power of 15. Now 3 cubed is 27, x to the power of 6, y to the power of 15. Okay. Next question, factorize completely or factorize fully. 2e squared minus 18, we can divide both of them by 2. Take the 2 out. So you've got 2e squared minus 9. Now, most of the people will leave it like that if they don't look at it carefully, because e squared minus 9 can be also factorized. This is difference of two squares. So you can write e squared minus 3 squared, which is 2e minus 3 e plus 3. So your final answer is going to be 2e minus 3 e plus 3. The last question we need to make are the subject of the formula. So I am going to first square on both sides to remove the square root. So I get m squared is 6a plus r over 5r. Now we are going to do cross multiplication. M squared has a denominator of 1, so I multiply 5r by m squared. You get 5m squared r is equal to 6a plus r. Now bring the r over to this side. So you'll have 5m square r minus r is 6a. Factorize, take the r outside the brackets. 5m squared minus 1 is 6a. So r is equal to 6a divided by 5m squared minus 1. And that would be your answer to this set of questions. I'm going to bring it back to normal view, and that's the answer to question number 12. Okay, so let's come to question number 13. Says the frequency table gives information about the number of mice in some nests. The mean number of mice in a nest is 7. Work out the value of x. So this is a group. It is a frequency table given in as a table. So I'm going to, and it's not a grouped frequency table. So I'm going to add on one extra column here. I'm going to call frequency f and the number of mice x. I'm going to call this one fx. So you got 5 times 4, 20. Multiply this together. 6 times 13 is 78. 7 times 16 is 112. 8 times x is 8x, and 9 times 6 is 54. Now if I add all of these together, the total number of the total frequency is 4 and 16 is 20, 13 and 6 is 19, so that's 39 plus x. So if I add the fx, divide by the f, I will get 7. So we're going to form an equation. So here I'm going to add 20 plus 78. Write it down here. 20 plus 78 plus 112 plus 8x plus 54, all of it divided by so what I've done is total sum of f of x divided by the sum of f, and that should give me 7 because it says the mean is 7. So let's simplify this. So I'm going to do 20 plus 78 plus 112 plus 54 gives me 264. So I'll have 264 plus 8x over 4 plus 13 plus 16 plus 6 is equal to 39 plus x is equal to 7. Let's call it 7 over 1 because any whole number has a denominator of 1. Now I'm going to do cross multiplication. So 1 times 264 plus 8x is 264 plus 8x is equal to 7 multiplied by 39 plus x, which is going to be 273 plus 7x. So I bring all the x's on one side. So I'm going to write here separate the page a bit. So I'll do 8x minus 7x is equal to 273 minus 264. 4. So you get x is equal to 9. So x is equal to 9, and that is your answer to this question. Question number 14. Marcus plays 2 games of tennis. For each game, the probability that Marcus wins is 0.35. Complete the probability tree diagram. So here, the winning in each game are independent, right? So it's the probability that he will win is 0.35. Probability he will not win is 0.65. Again, second game, probability he wins is 0.35, 0.65, 0.35, and 0.65. So once you've done that, you complete the probability tree diagram, you get 2 marks there. Work out the probability that Marcus wins at least one of the 2 games of tennis. So this means that he is winning one game, losing another game, or he is losing one game and winning another game, or he is winning both the games, because it says at least one of the 2 games. So the only probability situation that I'm leaving out that is this one. He is not winning and he is not winning. We know that all the probabilities of an event, mutually exclusive event, add up to 1. So I can do it in 2 ways. One I can do is 1 minus probability of doesn't win and doesn't win. Okay, so 1 minus probability of does not win is 0.65 and is multiplication. So 1 minus 0.65 times 0.65, which is going to be 1 minus 0.4225. That will give you 0.5775. Okay, now the same question can be done in a different way. We can also do, I'm going to do it in different color to demonstrate. So you can either do probability of win and win, or probability of win and lose, or probability of lose and win. So that is going to be win and win is going to be 0.35 times 0.35. Here is going to be 0.35 times 0.65, and here is going to be 0.65 times 0.35. So you will get 0.1225 plus, because O means plus, and if you add them all together, you get 0.5775. Okay, so this is how you're going to solve this particular question. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 15. All measurements are shown in the diagram are in centimeters. The area of the trapezium is 133 centimeters squared. Show that 8x squared minus 6x minus 275 is equal to 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of the trapezium. We know the formula is A plus B divided by 2 times by the height, which is A and B are the two parallel sides. So let's call this one A and this one B, and this is the height. So I'm going to do x plus 5 plus 3x minus 2 all over 2 multiplied by 2x minus 3, which is the height, is equal to 133. So x plus 3x is 4x, 5 minus 2 is going to be positive 3, multiplied by 2x minus 3, all of it is divided by 2, is equal to 133. Multiplying both sides by 2 gives you this. Now I'm going to expand the brackets here. So 4x times 2x, like doing the 4L method. So it's going to be 8x squared minus 12x plus 6x minus 9. And let's bring the 266 over to this side. Minus 266 is equal to 0. Now 8x squared stays as it is. Minus 12 plus 6 gives you minus 6x, and that will give you negative 275 is equal to 0. And they have asked us to show that 8x squared minus 6x minus 275 equals to 0, which I have shown in this calculation. Right? That's a 3-mark question. Now there's a second part to this question which